I'm gonna pick on the newbie, Mikey.
What's up?
Uh, why do the markets, why do they move?
Why do the markets move?
Yeah.
Because of money.
Dang, man, your name is Chase, bro.
I have to think well about that too.
The simplicity.
Dude,
He was making
I'm
a point.
I'm trying to talk to Mikey,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
newbie.
Give him that one. Give him that one. Give him that one.
Why does the market move?
Why does the market move? I would say
And you're allowed to say I don't know, by the way.
oh really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's totally an option.
I kind of have like a long-winded explanation, but I would say like
Well, what about
to,
the short version?
to showcase the difference in price,
Okay.
something like that. But no, I don't know for sure.
Okay. To show the change of price. Let's see who else is in here.
Well, that's technically the job of like the charts job, right?
Well, it's part of it. It displays, how the change of price over time. But why does it move? Like what drives the market to change over time?
Money.
What do you mean by that?
Uh, Supply and demand,
What does that mean?
meaning uh
I'm putting some Drano down the pipes right now. It's just getting
yeah,
off the
basically what
gunk.
Najee says, yeah. So like buying and selling.
Buying and
That's
selling.
by like supply and demand. That's kind of what I meant by like supply and demand.
So buying and selling, supply and demand.
Yeah.
Alex, why does the market move? Michael, do you know why the market moves?
Because price always has a destination.
But where's it going?
Up or down.
But where is it going up to and where's it going down to?
It's going to go to a high. It's going to go to a low.
Why?
That's because that's what it wants to do.
For what reason?
Supply and demand.
What do you
Because it's going to make up. It's going to ultimately make up what the sellers did, and ultimately make up what the buyers did.
what does make up what the buyers did? What does that mean?
So at some point, buyers bought at a particular level, and sellers sold at a particular level. So it's going to have to at some point pick up on both ends of that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because
So
isn't the market supposedly looking for equilibrium?
what does that mean?
You got me there.
Like Mikey, what I'm trying to do to you right now is show you that all of those things, I know what you're talking about and I've heard about them as well. But the moment I investigate deeper into them, there's no true knowledge behind it. There's like what can you say about it? Because you can't say anything deeper about it because it's really a jacket. And that's what's mostly being peddled out here. It's a bunch of jackets. But if I investigate deeper into all these jackets, usually people fall short with words. They're like, I don't know the true motive of the market or the purpose of the market. And that's where we get into the theory. What's the purpose of the market? What drives price? Why is the market why is price moving to where it moves to?
To
Why does the
facilitate trade.
Yes, that's all it is to facilitate trade.
Really?
You ever been to the store before?
Yes.
Bought some avocados.
Yeah, like you bought avocados, you facilitated
Avocado.
trade. You moved from your place to the marketplace and exchanged with a seller, you being the buyer. So they sold you something you were in demand of. You made the exchange, and then you moved back home, and then you ate it. That's the fulfillment of the transaction. So I'm trying to get your mind back into like simple thinking about what markets are. They're just like when you went to the gas pump. They had inventory for sale. It's called gas. They put it up for sale for a certain price per gallon. And you can trade your money for their gas. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's an exchange. That's trading. That's
A digital marketplace.
yep. And what Alex said, digital marketplace, what we're dealing with is a digital marketplace. It's current well, for people who trade currency, you're looking at the value of one currency over another, the fluctuation of that value over time. So then let's see. Market theory. So there's this place. It's called the marketplace. This place exists, and it draws two types of people in. Do you know who those two types of people are, Mikey?
Buyers and sellers.
Yep. So you got sellers over here. You got some buyers over there. All right, so they run on over here. And now they're in this marketplace, right?
Yes.
In this marketplace, they're able to do what?
Trade.
Trade. Now, the cool thing about trade is that it can only happen with opposites. See, selling, buying, one's giving, one's taking, one's getting, one's giving. That's how trade works. That's how the wheel goes round and round. This is how trading makes sense. This is when it doesn't make sense. This is when you get driven crazy. When you try to operate in a marketplace like this. When you position your buy orders where buy orders are, or when buying is coming in. No real, your trading is not going to be really done too well there. Can anything happen here?
Not really, no.
Nope.
Boing. See, they try to engage, but they repel each other. Same thing if this was seller and seller. Can they trade with each other?
No.
They need to be like this.
Hmm.
When I trade, when I'm a buyer, I buy from selling. And the data feed can actually provide you the information as to understanding where buy and sell orders are. And you can actually engage with the data feed for what it is. It's a feed of trading activity, and it can show you where certain positions are that you could take advantage of as price flows across time.
Mhm.
I can pick up or purchase sell orders. They're called sell stops. And I can sell to buy stops. if I'm not selling to buy stops, my trade doesn't make sense. If I'm not buying from sell stops, my trade doesn't make sense. Via this illustrations.
You can't sell to sellers, you can't buy from buyers.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really doesn't.
That's just not the function of how a market works. That's not how trade works. So this is very powerful because this is the beginning. I guess I'm trying to now create a space in your mind, an environment in your mind that understands markets. And when you understand markets and you look at the price feed, the mechanics of it, with the perspective of how markets and trading works, you're going to see the data in a whole different way. You're going to see trading activity as opposed to open, high, low, close, and all these time and number values. You're just going to see trading activity and time, maybe. Like it's like the Matrix. Like, have you guys seen the movie The Matrix? In the first one, he the bald guy, he was looking at the code or something, and Neo came up and he couldn't read the code. And the guy was like, oh, I don't even see that anymore. This is a blonde, that's a brunette. Like, he saw the actual, like, what it was actually displaying in there. He read past the code. He read through those like symbols and figures. He could just see the picture of the Matrix because he's seen so much coding before. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how
Yeah.
you applied it in the past as
Mhm.
well. Like you're always looking past the price. Like sometimes you're not looking directly at where price is. You're looking where
Yes.
it could go.
Yeah, and it's all based on my understanding of how markets work and how I'm trying to make my trade go into the market. I'm always trying to match my buy orders with sell orders, and I'm always trying to match my sell orders with buy orders. And the
Great.
chart literally shows you where orders are. It just shows it to you. It gives you data. But the market theory, if you have that perspective, it kind of gives you like goggles to look through when you're looking at the data. You'll actually be able to see, just like that one dude. He's like, I see the brunette, the blonde. You'll be able to see the buy, the sell, when to get in, when to get out. You'll see the entry, the exit, and it just all stands out. You'll just see right through it. Kind of sound crazy, right?
Sounds real.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Because all I'm saying is that you'll just be looking at this thing the right way. You'll understand how it works and you'll interact with it properly. That's all I'm saying. It's so simple. All right. So let's go with this. There's two types of orders, right? In general, it's buy and sell. When you buy, Mikey, where do you want the market to go when you buy?
Up.
Up.
Where do you not want the market to go?
Down.
Why not?
It'll make me lose money.
Because of loss associated with that price movement in relation to that position. So you have a positive, like you have a desire for the market to move higher in relation to your buy position. This is what you want. You have winning associated with this. If this happens after this, see if this is step 1 and this is step 2, then step 3 is the win.
Mm-hmm.
That's like your mentality when you buy, right?
Yes.
So where would you put your TP if you were a buyer? Would you put it up here or down here?
Up there.
Up, right? What are you gonna do when the market hits TP? What actually happens there?
Close out.
You
Make
make
money.
money. Exactly. So if the market moves down, though, this is what you don't want to happen because you said it loses, right? What kind of order do you have down here?
Sells.
Stop loss.
Buy
Sell
stop.
stop.
Yes,
No, stop stop. It's
Sell
a sell stop.
Sell stop. Yeah.
my bad. Sell stop.
So you got your stop loss as a buyer to get out of your position, whether it's positive or negative, you have to sell it back. If you sell it back higher than what you bought it for, you make money. If you sell it back lower than what you bought it for, you lose money. Simple as that, right?
Yes.
So that's why when people buy, you automatically understand that they don't want to lose. So they don't want the market to drop. So they would have to protect themselves. Protection, here we go. Put my air quotes.
Mhm.
They'll have to protect themselves by placing their stop loss below their buy position so that they don't incur a deeper loss than they're willing to take. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's super important because you're now understanding the psychology of the market. When a market prints a picture, it creates a psychology, a mass psychology. People look at this like a double bottom, and it causes buying to happen, meaning they want the market to go where?
Up,
So they don't want it to go where?
down,
Down.
So what do they place under that low?
stop
Sell
loss.
stops. Stop losses.
Right. Those stop losses are going to be sell stops, sell orders at a lower price. See, if current price is here, this is where you use your time axis. Look at this. This price right here is where these buyers are getting in. They're placing sell orders. Now they think it's just like, they're not thinking about the fact that they're placing a pending, an inactive pending sell order at a cheaper price. They're just putting that in there on the basis that they see a W. So they buy here and they put their order up. Essentially, that stop loss, all that's saying is I'm putting up this order, I'm putting it up for sale at this price. That's how I see it.
Mm.
So I just set my buy limit right on top of that. Market, the way the market works is it runs there to generate trading activity, and then you see the price run as a reaction, repelling away from that, the buying activity that was done here, picking up all the sell stops that were there. So price ran down to purchase those sell stops for a cheaper price, and then ran higher to dump them at a higher price. And that's how we make profit. We buy people's, well, the robot, we just get in line with the robot. This is just what the robot does. It runs below lows because that's specifically where sell stops are going to be located. So if you see a low on the chart, anytime you see a low on the chart, automatically you should think, oh, a sell stop.
Mm-hmm.
And let me make this even more detailed. This part is going down, right?
Yep.
Then it hits a point. There's a point
Bounces up.
here where it stops going down and starts to do what?
Go up.
It goes up.
What is that point called?
A low.
The low, right?
Yep.
Okay, so when I go below that low, I'm going to show you guys an environment, a space, an area. This area below the low is referred to as an extreme. Located in the extreme area are going to be stops. Below the low is going to be sell stops. So when the market over here in this example ran here where they bought, it ran down it ran into the extreme environment where those sell stops were located. And that's where you could have done your buying at a low price, and you're picking up something that's actually there for a cheap price. Something has to, for my trades to make sense, I have to buy something. There has to be something I'm buying. That's how I got to think about it. When I go to the store, I don't just go to the store and go to the empty shelf and get nothing. Do you go to the store and then pick your empty shelves and then try to pick from there? There's nothing there. You can't buy nothing if there's nothing there. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I'm showing you the concept and the idea of inventory,
Product inventory. Yep.
product and inventory.
Yo,
What up? So inventory, there has to be something I'm picking up. So that's why I'm showing you the low and the environment of the extreme. The extreme has inventory. It has something for me to pick up. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Super important. When you guys see this move up, it comes to a point right here. What happened over here?
Went up,
It went up, and then what happened on this side?
turned around, went down.
All right, and in between that, it hit this point. What is that point?
High,
A high. What's the environment beyond that high?
extreme.
It's an extreme environment. What's located above that, or what's located in that extreme?
Buy stops.
Inventory orders.
Yes, orders, inventory. In this case, above the high, it's going to be what?
buy stops.
Buy stops. So whenever you want to sell above a high. Whenever you want to buy below a low. Why? Because you're buying sell stops for cheap and you're selling to buy stops for expensive. That's good trading that makes sense. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You can't
10-4.
actually physically see the stops. You could physically see the data. But look at how we're using the data. People use the data and they're trying to trade using it. I'm actually ignoring it. I'm using the data to see the spaces that it creates beyond it. And that's what messes people up. They're trying to trade off what they see, and that's the trick. It's actually the blank spaces around the parts that you see that you want to focus on.
And doing so, you remain a step ahead.
Always ahead, bro. I'm always ahead because I'm looking at where
Wow.
it's going to be, not where it's been. And
I never considered that.
when you're looking at data already, when you're focused on the data, you're already late. Because as data prints, you're missing it. It's printing. It's
Right.
history. Once it prints, it's dead. It's history. It stops moving.
Wow. So that's like people trying to buy in like a quote unquote bullish engulfing, or like buying on an up candle, like you're already late.
You missed it. You missed the buy because what you're seeing is the reaction of where the real buy happened, and it's in the down candle before it. See the down candle, this down move, the down move. Why would I buy in the down move? Because it reaches down to inventory. It picks up and then it reacts. It moves up. And then up here, this is where people buy on the engulfing. And that's what these teachers are teaching. Buy on the engulfing variation, buy on the engulfing pattern. I teach you to buy when it drops down, buys when it drops to a cheap price, and when you have something to actually pick up. Where
The real buy low, sell high.
I'm actually showing you how to buy low and sell high. Yep. Look, you're buying it for cheap, selling it for up here, and you're pocketing the profit on that, which I see 2 on that. That's the difference. The price differential. See, you're making money off the price run, but you have to position yourself on that price run. See, and by the time people see it, they start reacting. But right here, I'm already exiting. So all the new buyers coming in, I'm selling it to them at that high price. So they get smacked anyways. All the new buying that's reacting to the engulfing, I'm selling it. I'm selling my position to that new buying coming in. I'm dropping my bag on them, and they're leaving me on the winning side. Are you guys getting this?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
No, this is immaculate.
I'm replaying this 5
Mike,
times.
do you understand what's going on here? Inventory, stop losses, extremes.
I do.
All right, you guys understand what highs and lows are?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's not what the market runs after. The market is running for the extreme, but we point it out because we can identify the high or the low. So we'll mark off the highs and lows, but we understand that the markets are trying to run to the extremes beyond them. It just gives us a point of reference. It's not a support or resistance line. It's a point of reference because beyond that, those highs and lows are where the orders are resting that we want to actually engage with. That's where we actually want to trade, is when it goes to the extreme environments. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Where inventory is available for purchasing or selling. All your trades ought to make sense, and that's how you do it. So let me show you an example on the charts. Any questions on any of that, by the way, before we move on?
Nope.
Nope.
Think for real, y'all are just that smart. Nothing to say. Okay, that's cool.
Edgar, actually, let me ask you to back up a little bit, because although I understand what you just said and what you outlined, my question is and you're getting ready to go into the chart, so I'm assuming you're going to answer that question, but I'll ask it anyways. Traditionally, we're taught to look for quote unquote zones or support resistance. So what I gather from what you just outlined and illustrated to us is that taking that out of the equation of what most of us, if not all of us, have been taught, you yourself would get on the same chart, that same pair, identify a quote unquote zone or support or resistance. But rather than get in with a level of support or resistance based off like you said, engulfing candle, you're waiting for price to get either above or below that area, right?
Yeah, to move into the extreme environment.
Okay.
Beyond highs and lows that have already printed on the screen.
Got it.
Yep. So I'm never actually looking at the data. I'm actually always looking at where it's going to go.
Right.
It's always
Right.
it's always the blank spots, because that's how you write on paper. You don't write on top of your writing. You write into the blank spaces.
And that's literally for me where like the light was already on, but it's like it got even brighter when I started thinking like that. Like, forget where it is, understand where it's going, and that empty space that you don't see data. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
that's powerful, because you're seeing what's pulling on the market, and it lets you understand that you could stay in a trade or keep on taking trades in the same direction.
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
Okay, it's time to get out. Like, it gives you something to shoot for,
Yep.
and to
When
wait
you're-
for.
My bad.
Go
When
ahead.
you're referring to these extremes, there's not this includes all time charts, right?
Yep.
Like whatever time frame
Yep.
that you.
Yep. It's a universal principle. It has to do with highs and lows and the environment beyond them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's why it's like, dude, you're coming to learn how to do RDA. You're gonna be able to do whatever type of trading you want. It's just you're gotta have to submit to whatever it is that you're going for. So if you want to build a 3-month candle, go right ahead, bro. You just might have to wait a couple months for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you want to do a 5-minute move, run it. You just might only catch 2 pips, 3 pips. If you're okay with that, man, go ahead. It's just not my cup of tea. So you find your flavor, but you have to understand how price works. All All right, got 8 minutes left. Y'all learning stuff?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes,
What-
sir.
Yeah, especially the theory aspect.
What a relief. Check
Because
this out.
it puts the why behind it, and it's like
Oh yeah,
awesome.
it's powerful when you know the storyline for real, for real. But now you actually understand the concept of storyline. See how the order. Oh man, just look at this.
Go ahead and cook.
Look at this. So I've identified here. What have I identified here?
A
A
low
low.
That's
that
pretty
shows
obvious,
us
right?
an extreme area.
So below that, who said it?
It shows us an extreme area.
Okay. So when it got in there, look at first of all, before it got there, look at how it got there. What do you know?
Ran,
It rushed
ran
there.
to.
Yeah, yeah, Randy.
Bro, it's thirsty for it. Like it was really, really wanting this area.
Seeking.
Like it was seeking, it desired it, bro. Seeking is
Mhm.
such a good word. Like it just
Facts.
it was like moving with intent. It was like it had a purpose or an objective.
Mm.
Interesting, right? Interesting that it met its objective in this extreme environment below this low, where what resides?
Orders, inventory, trades, good trades.
Well,
Sell
trade
stock.
a transaction between two parties, but it's inventory. And it's going to be what kind of inventory?
Sell
Sell
stop.
stops.
Sell stops. What can you do with sell stops?
Buy them
Buy.
for a cheap
them.
price.
So the robot moves the market price below this low to pick those stops up, and you see how it reacts.
Yeah,
Here's a
it
crazy
reacts
part.
quickly.
Ooh, guys, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Ooh, you ready? You ready? You ready? 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 Check this out. You ready? I'm serious. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Ready.
Okay, cool. Mikey,
Yes.
where is the biggest buying being done down here? Where do you see it? Which candle?
The last down candle before it started going up.
This one?
Yes.
My guy, you actually answered that so correct. That's what's up. Most people would say the up candles. Up candles are actually reactions to buying. Buying actually happened in the down moves. And it depends, like the up candles before down moves, those up candles is where the selling happened. The down candles is a reaction of the selling that actually occurred there. See, because otherwise it would just keep going up. There's a reason why it stopped going up. Because of the selling that came in. So the selling came in while it was moving up, and that's what caused it to tip like that, to make the high point. Chase, not yet.
See, what would confuse me would be the down candle before that, before it made that next run.
Which ones?
No, go back up,
This one?
up, right there.
Why would that confuse you?
Well, from my old thinking, I would think that it would be a
Shooting
quote-unquote-
star? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna say quote unquote resistance.
Why?
A double top,
A
pretty
double
much.
top?
Almost. Damn near.
Oh, I'm so glad. So you're coming in from the double top stuff?
Of course.
Oh dang, and I've been ripping on it too. Welcome to
Yeah.
RDA, my guy.
Yeah. I'm welcomed in here. I'm
Find
good.
refuge. Welcome, bro. It's crazy out there.
Yes, it is.
All right, so yeah, the down candles is where the most pickups are happening, and then the up candles are the reactions to the pickups, and it's price flowing and running and seeking now the other side of this trade. So if you bought something here, how do you make money from it?
Selling up top.
I bought it for this price, so I have to sell it for a higher price, right? But who do I have to sell it to?
Someone willing to buy.
Yeah,
Buy
people
stocks.
willing to buy at an expensive price.
So
Yeah.
where can I find buy stops?
Above highs.
So if I were down here, I can immediately use this as a target. I can use this as a target. I can use this as a target. I can
And the
use,
last one,
I could probably
right
use
there.
bodies of this. Because look, if you put the line chart, that's where the
Ooh.
high actually comes in.
And is
So-
it happening within our time window?
I'm not. That's not the focus right now. In this
Okay.
lesson is about the market theory. So it's about the idea about orders. The market here ran down to pick up the sell stops, and then they ran the sell stops that it picked up. It marked the price higher. You see a reaction here for the first time. Here, it's like it booms away from that area, right? It booms away, and then it starts to react to the trading activity happening here. That's what you're seeing go back and forth there. Then you see it run some more, and it goes above these highs, and you see a little bit more trading activity, and then ultimately you see it running after those highs. And remember, the high is just a reference point. What we're trying to target is the orders and the extremes right above them, right above those highs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, can somebody like summarize like what the market theory thing was that I just taught?
There's two players, buyers and sellers.
Yep.
Well, let's start with the marketplace. It's a marketplace, and there's two players, sellers and buyers. Of course, buyers would want to win, so they want their orders. They want to buy low, and sell high, basically. The orders or the inventory that they want to sell or buy to are above a high or below a low.
Correct. If you want to buy, what do you do? Where do you look for trade?
Below lows.
Below lows,
Below. Yeah.
Below lows. What's located below lows?
sell
So,
stops
What can
to
you do
buy
with
from.
what can you do with sell stops?
buy.
Buy them at a cheap price.
And then what do you target if you're in a buy below a low? What do you target next?
Highs
The
or
next relevant highs.
The
Buy
next
stops.
relevant high, because you're targeting the buy stops that exist beyond that so that you can exit those buy positions. When the
Right.
market is above a high, it's giving you an opportunity to exit and profit. Whether it goes more or less, that's up to the market, but it gives you the chance when it goes in these extreme environments. It's giving you the chance to get out or in
Right.
of trades. And that's market theory in a nutshell. 100 days.
F's kiss.
That
100
opened
days.
up my mind crazy.
Summaries, 100 days, chart analytics, all that. Peace out.